Well, good Saturday morning, everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland, Michigan. I hope your Saturday is off to a great start. And I tell you what, I swear, I really do swear the sun was out not more than a half an hour ago here in the Midland, Michigan area. It's not anymore. So now we've got kind of that cloudy gray day where Michigan winter just like, I try to get away. I think I'm out, and then it pulls me back in. So it's cold outside, a little bit of snow, a little layer of snow on the ground as we speak this morning coming in, but nothing terrible. But it is going to be a chilly day, a couple days. But you know what? Spring's almost here. And in fact, I think I counted right. We have got 5 weeks left to go before Record Store Day 2023. Stick around. Our poster is done, and I will show that to you guys here in just a couple of moments. But first, let's do a quick hello to quite a few folks chiming in this morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day weekend. Betty, thank you for being here from Toledo. Chuck saying hi and good morning, as well as Jeff. Good morning to you with the little shamrock in the corner. Hope you guys had a great St. Patrick's Day, by the way. As a Gleason, I sat at home. No, I'm it was so out there. Steve saying good morning. Hope the Irish stew. Yes, so we had Irish stew the past couple nights. Delicious. Kim makes some great stuff, and it was absolutely phenomenal. So thank you for catching that. Speaking of Steve, by the way, our podcast is still going on strong. We do that weekly. Usually Sunday afternoons, evenings is when it gets uploaded. But make sure you check that out. It's two guys talking about records, a vinyl community podcast. We have the links put up on our socials as well as the YouTube. And the YouTube version of the podcast goes up about a week later. But we're cutting another one of those tomorrow. So make sure you check that out. Always fun talking with Steve. Gary saying good morning. Got a picture of Gary here too. Speaking of mystery bags as well. Good morning, Gary. Abby saying good morning. Thank you for being there, Abby, as well as Ann. Happy Saturday to you. Jeff Cart over on the east side saying good morning. Good morning to you. And from the east side to the west side, Joe Pesh. Good morning, sir. How was everything out on the west side of the state? Tyler, good morning as well. Windy City, traveling to Chicago. Cool, man. Have fun over there, sir. Pat saying good morning and more snow. Not my fault, man. Dan as well. Another great podcast. Thank you for listening in on that, Dan. Thank you very much. And speaking of West Side, greetings from the snowy West Side. And Rick saying hi as well. Wow, you guys are really chiming in. This is just like you got nothing better to do on a Saturday morning. I'm kidding. Thank you for being here. Phil from Glorious Midland. Thank you for tuning in this morning, as well as Dave saying hi from Kentucky out and about today. Good morning, Dave. Thank you for being here. As well as, Gary saying his son got a good one. We'll talk about that here in a second. Or should I say not? Maybe not. Okay, I know what that means. All right, what Gary's speaking of is the mystery bags. And before we go too much further, yesterday we put out some Shamrock carrying mystery bags, the $1 mystery bags. There are 9 of these left, which is kind of an oddity because these usually go very, very quickly. I think the fact that I said that we put the Hasselhoff in was probably something that steered clear. But Gary, speaking of Gary, he did find one of the goodies. He got a sealed Dynatones polka record in his mystery bag. Thank you very much, Gary. But that does mean, though, if the Gary's son found one of the other ones, there's still at least one sealed hard rock new record that's unaccounted for. So it could very well be in one of these 9 that are here still. So stop on by. It's while supplies last. And you can finish up our mystery bags for St. Patrick's Day. Excuse me. One quick announcement before we get to our other stuff. We now have our tickets on hand to sell to you, if you wish, for the annual Review Music Awards happening over in Bay City from our folks over at Review Magazine. Make sure you check that out. We do have plenty of copies available of Review here at the store. But this is Sunday, April 30th, 2023, of course, this year, from 5 to 11 p.m. Doors open at 4. And what this is, it's a special celebration honoring the public's choices of the top musicians in the Great Lakes Bay region. So lots of great musicians, lots of great music that night. You can see a whole list of the artists on the poster. Tickets, by the way, available here. General admission, $20 per person per ticket, or you can buy a pack of 6, which is a table of 6 tickets for $90. So again, this is at the Review Music Awards happening at the spacious West Town over in Bay City on Sunday, April 30th, 2023. We do have the tickets available here, also available in Midland at our friends over at MI Element, and you can pick them up from there. So check that out when you get a chance. Okay, I mentioned 5 weeks to go before Record Store Day 2023, and with very little fanfare, ladies and gentlemen, here is our poster. I know a lot of you folks look forward to this, and it's always very cool, and we do appreciate that. But here we go. Here is the poster for Radio Wasteland Records Record Store Day 2023, happening on Saturday, April 22nd. Doors will open at 8 a.m. as we've been talking about. And if you're unfamiliar with Record Store Day, just stay tuned to our channel and our socials, and we'll get you caught up to speed on how that works. So a product not yet showing up in our distributors, but we are expecting to begin seeing some of this stuff trickle in soon. We'll let you know what we get when we get it. But as far as the posters go, got one more right here. We do have several of these printed up from our good friends over at McKay Press. And if you own a business in Midland, Freeland, or Auburn, even Bay City if you'd like, and you'd like to put one of these up, just contact me here at the store and we'll get one for you. And I know that there's a lot of you that really dig these posters, and we'll have a few extras as we get to Record Store Day to hand out while supplies last. And I know a couple of folks have already asked to reserve their ones as well, but still a very cool thing that you guys dig our posters. We'll get them put up. We will have a few extras available for those that want them, but again, we'll start putting these up, and by we, it's the proverbial we, man, me. We'll start putting these up on Monday and Tuesday around town. But again, if you're a business owner in town or the surrounding area and you would like to put one of these up, just let us know and we will take care of that and get one to you. But thank you very much. And then again, don't forget Record Store Day. Mark your calendars for April 22nd, 2023. So tons of fun. Great job on the poster as always. Okay, we had a late shipment yesterday, and I'll get to that in just a second. Let me look at the rest of the comments coming in here. Good morning, DK and GB as well, and loves the poster. Thank you very much for that. And Jeff says it's awesome as well. And we have another comment coming in from McLovin. Love the show. Thank you very much. Glad you guys dig it. Okay, late shipment showed up yesterday, and this was really not the fault of anyone, just kind of a miscommunication in the email department. But our shipment of new releases and new vinyl showed up later yesterday afternoon, so we did not get that in the Friday drop video. But I do have a quick rundown. Also, too, please stick around because I'm going to be talking about the new release show that comes up a little later on this afternoon. Next Friday is a huge, and I'm talking huge week for releases. So stick around for that as well. Oh, Proper Taco. Thank you guys very much. Chiming in, Ashley saying you will take it. I greatly appreciate that. We've got one specifically reserved for you guys. Thanks very much as well. And Dino Don from the UP saying a mid-March morning up there. Good morning, sir. I will get that one out to you probably Monday or Tuesday. Ashley, thank you. Unless you want to stop by the store, you can always do that too. Okay. Brand new stuff from Michigan's own Pop Evil. The album is called Skeletons. We did get a few copies of this in. This is a limited edition opaque red vinyl, brand new stuff from the Hard Rockers, metalish Pop Evil. So check that out. We do have a few of those on the shelf. Brand new stuff also. I'm going to run through these pretty quick here, looking at our time. Papa Roach, the brand new one, Ego Trip. Not too familiar with this, but I hear it's some pretty good stuff. Very cool album cover as well. We got one copy of that left, as well as M83. Now, tell me, am I saying this wrong? Is it M83 or M83? I'm going to go with M83. It's called Fantasy. Some very cool electronic new type music, indie rockish stuff. Limited edition blue marbled doubled vinyl and a gatefold sleeve. One copy. I know we're getting some reflections on that as well, but the M83 stuff. Also brand new, late arrival, is the U2 Songs of Surrender, a limited edition. There's a huge box set version of this out there as well, but this is the double LP version. What these are reimagined. You guys know my feelings on this whole reimagined, meaning that the artists are re-recording their songs, but at least U2 is doing this a little differently. They have got 16 new acoustic and reimagined recordings from the U2 catalog. So a double LP pressed on 180 gram opaque white vinyl. So this is produced and compiled by The Edge. So something cool for you U2 fans out there, but not a greatest hits of the original. These are reimagined. All right. This one is a music on vinyl, which can be tricky for us to get sometimes, but this is Warrant's Dog Eat Dog, and it's upside down. Let's try that again. This is Dog Eat Dog by Warrant. Now, There was another one, the Dirty Rotten Filthy from Music on Vinyl from Warrant, that we didn't get about a month or so ago. Now I see that there is, and thanks to our friend Tony for pointing that out, there's another reissue of the other Warrant coming out. So we're putting in for those. So for you 6 or 7 folks that asked for a pre-order on Warrant's Dirty Rotten Filthy that we never got, I carried that pre-order over for you. So hopefully we'll get them in when that comes out here in, I think, about a month or so. They're also reissuing Cherry Pie on Music on Vinyl, pink vinyl. So look for that as well. We'll try to get some more of those. But in the meantime, we've got a couple copies of Dog Eat Dog, limited edition, colored vinyl, 2,500, individually numbered. We've got 2 of those left in stock this morning. One of the 2 Flaming Lips releases, Flight Plan took off out of here, and Ego Tripping is the one we've got left. We've got another Flight Plan coming for next week, another couple of them. Brand new reissue from Cleopatra, Iggy and Ziggy, live in Cleveland in 1977. Got a couple of these on the shelf on splatter vinyl. Very, very cool. There's the Iggy side of the Iggy and Ziggy. Speaking of Iggy and Ziggy, here's an Iggy Pop. We still have a couple of these, Raw Power Live. And speaking more about Ziggy and Iggy, here is a copy of David Bowie's The Divine Symmetry, released a couple of weeks back. We did get another copy of that in and on the shelf. Brand new stuff also. Last copy in. I've got more on the way for next week, but this is the Black Crowes presents Shake Your Moneymaker live. This was recorded just a couple of years back during a reunion tour, but this is the first time on vinyl reissue. And I believe that this is on green vinyl and includes a bonus 7-inch. So I've got one of these left in stock as of this morning. More on the way for next week. One we didn't get to talk about before, but this is Herbie Hancock, Freddie Hubbard, Ron Carter, and Anthony Williams, one of the Blue Note classic vinyl series reissues, an audiophile vinyl remastered from the original analog tapes. This is Empyrean Isles. Very cool stuff if you're a jazz fan and a fan of the Blue Note stuff. Also, okay, looking at my time, I really got to roll here. Best of the Animals, we do have that in stock, brand new issue of that. One called Stoned Cold Country. This is a various artist release, brand new stuff, celebrating 60 years of the Rolling Stones. These are more modern, contemporary country artists doing Rolling Stones covers. Only one in stock right now. We've got more on the way for next week. If you need one of these, let me know because we'll order more. But we're talking about stuff from Ashley McBride, Brooks and Dunn, the brothers Osborne, Elle King, Marcus King, Little Big Town is on here, Zach Brown Band, Steve Earle, Eric Church, and lots of others. So Kim listened to some of these online and said it sounds great. So we're going to work our way into one of those opening up as well. Okay, some recent reissues and new vinyl back in. We got another copy of Silk Sonic, the new Bush album back in stock as well. Something from Mount Pleasant's own Cloud Rat, some good heavy metal restock as well. New-ish from Christine McVie. This is a Music on Vinyl reissue of McVie's debut solo album from 1970. Very hard to get. We only have one of those if you need that. That is Christine Perfect. Speaking of Fleetwood Mac, we've got the recent issue of Can't Stop Loving You live in New Orleans from 1970 as well. Some good blues. Good blues. We've got another copy of the Music on Vinyl, Stevie Ray Vaughan, another copy of Joy Division and New Orders Total. We've got a Slipknot Volume 3, The Sublime, in stock as well. And then finally, wrapping this up, you guys know that once in a while I will order new vinyl just so I can listen to my copies of something. Case in point, we've got something from about 4 years back. This is Dr. Demento's Covered in Punk. Dr. Demento, again, great radio host from the 70s and 80s as well. Fun stuff, a lot of parodies. It's where Weird Al got his start. I got this just so I could play my copy in store. And so we've got one to sell if you need this. And yes, Abby, we're going to listen to Dr. Demento today. But there are some great, these are punk artists covering Dr. Demento classics. So you've got stuff on here from James Kacholka Superstar. Mudhoney is on here. The Meatmen, Shonen Knife, the Hamburglers, Adam West and William Shatner each have a song in here, by the way, not really punk artists. We also have, I mentioned the Meatmen, Osaka Popstar. Weird Al is on here, the Vandals and the Kipper Kids. Lots of cool stuff. This is just a fun record. One of these in stock. It is a triple LP, so it's a little thicker on price, but there you have it. Holy cow, did we get cranking through that? Okay, let's see here. Very few more. Gary says West Michigan. They say M83. That's about right. Abby, okay. Abby's looking at the M83. We'll have to get more if you like those. Mike, welcome back. It's nice to see you back again. Kim saying good morning, and thank you again, Kim, for that wonderful dinner. Weird Al's hero is Dr. Yes, he is indeed. And Chuck saying the Slipknot. Oh, you did order that. It was out of stock. Okay, never mind the Slipknot, guys. That's Chuck's. And Joe kicking in. Rush's debut 49 years ago today. Beauty A. Ouch. All right, we'll have to spin that, although I don't have one of those for sale in store. So we'll have to do that on a quiet downtime. All right, folks, we are going to get the lava lamps lit, and I look out the window and I see it snowing now. That's why the sun went away. So now we've got some snow here in the Midland area. That's how it works. I didn't get to mention this. I will talk about this. Steve and I will get to this on our podcast in a couple of weeks, but I got a brand new piece of record tech called Record Pi, which theoretically flattens warped records. Color me skeptical. I've been playing with it for a couple of days. We will talk about that down the line. Just make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Keep watching our socials. All of this good stuff we love to cover. So we will take that and run with it as we go. So make sure, again, please like, comment, share, subscribe, contact us about the posters. I got to get going here, man. I'll tell you what, it's just been a busy day, and it's going to be a busier one. Fernando, hi there, man. Thanks for being here. All right, you folks have a great one, and we will talk to you next week. Do not forget, please watch for our new release video coming up later on this afternoon. I mentioned it's a huge one. I've got some news about the Lana Del Rey release coming up and some other news about the big Pink Floyd 50th anniversary reissue. We will cover that on this afternoon's new release show. Please look for that on YouTube and Facebook. Other than that, I'm out of here. You folks have a great one, and we will talk to you next time from Radio Wasteland Records. Oh, Jeff is asking about 10 years after. It's gone. I've got to get some more. We ordered a bunch. They're gone. I got to get more. Talk to me later, Jeff. All right, folks. Have a good one. Thanks for being here. Later.